I definitely at that point was dealing with imposter syndrome and dealing with the fact that we were a new startup and I was in my 20s.
Steve Brennan is our guest today on CallumConnects Micro-Podcast. Steve is the co-founder and CEO of Bespoke and author of the Amazon bestseller Build Your Digital Marketing Strategy. He's been an entrepreneur for over 20 years.
So hurdles, I have an interesting one on hurdles, I think, actually, if I think about it, because I've been an entrepreneur for 20 years. Any entrepreneur overcoming hurdles is just part of it, isn't it? You don't even get the business off the ground without doing that. So it's something that as entrepreneurs, we're all capable of doing. But I actually think a lot of hurdles are internal, like mental mindset pieces. They're hurdles we create for ourselves. And if I think back to the early years of, 20 years as an entrepreneur now, so the first 5 years, one example is I definitely at that point was dealing with imposter syndrome and dealing with the fact that we were a new startup and I was in my 20s. And for the first time ever, I was finding myself invited to boardroom situations, to pitch or to meet with business owners or boards, do deals, and I'd be turning up and I'd have the smallest car in the car park and the least expensive watch around the table and so on. And definitely had a feeling that, should I really be here? Do I really have a chance here? And of course, you have to fake it to make it. That's that thing that entrepreneurs do, isn't it? It's, you just power on through, don't you? And you get the deals done anyway. You find a way. So definitely did that. But my mentality then was, I need to catch up with these people somehow. I need to get the car as big as theirs. I need to get the watch. I started wearing a suit and tie and they'll see me as one of them eventually. And I did that. And sure enough, the business grew. It's fine. But it just didn't feel honest to me or right to me. I actually remember resenting putting the suit on for some of the meetings, thinking this is not me. And I remember being at awards night and looking around and all the guys were dressed the same and I was dressed the same. I thought, why do we have to wear this uniform? It's just bizarre. We're a creative business and I'm an individual, always been an individual. And that moment, I just thought, I'm never going to wear a suit and tie again. That's it. And threw them away. Never going to wear a collar and tie. That's it. Done with. Just going to dress as myself, be myself, and it's going to be take it or leave it. And if we walk into a boardroom and somebody doesn't like it, then we don't want to work with them anyway. That's it, if that's what we're being judged on. And since then, started being myself, not trying to compete really, definitely sales are up, business has performed better, but the main thing, I just felt happier and more honest and more able to be myself, more in flow, if you like. It just feels comfortable. So really happy with that. So my hurdle will be overcoming, imposter syndrome in that way, but actually doing it not by competing, but realizing the best thing to do is just not compete and just be yourself. Take yourself into that situation and, and win the deal on that basis instead of trying to be like the people that you feel you're not. It's never going to work. And I actually think now I love imposter syndrome. I think you should feel it because it's the feeling of being in a new situation or a situation that you're not yet comfortable with. But of course, when you're doing that, that's the process of you being comfortable. It's the process of you working it out. So I really embrace it and love to feel that imposter syndrome now. It's the feeling of personal development. That's how I see it.
If you have enjoyed today's show or got any value from today or previous episodes of Callum Connects, do please subscribe and leave a review. It means the world to our guests to be able to see when their sharing has led to your learning.